Okay, welcome back everybody. It's Blake from 4 Point Custom Work. So, managed to get a little further this week. Got my anvil, what they call the anvil or base piece, welded on. Just did that today, haven't heard any cracking. Got my head mounted in here. Got my gap spacings done. This is a piece of puck board. For some reason, between my welding and the setting of everything up here, this head likes to wander over a bit. I'm not sure, but if I put this 3/16 piece of puck board here, it pushes it over and keeps everything perfect, but my wheels are still like tight to it. So that's what I've done there. Just for my adjustments, the puck board, I have millions of board feet of it, so I can always replace it as I need it to have it there. A little quirk, something different. So yeah, this is the Joshua Delisle power hammer, or pneumatic air hammer. Don't mind the welding. I'm not a professional welder. I'm your local farm kid backyard welder. So yeah, so I got this all mounted up. I got my solenoid sort of sitting where I want it. This is my on and off valve for air. My air will be coming into the back here. So these air lines will go like that, like that. So it'll look like that. Into my solenoid valve. My solenoid valve I gotta get wired up. I got the controller and everything in the house. Got my solder, gotta solder that up. Got my top plate, cylinder mounted into it, lined up, the back of it. I gotta clean all my welding up. I was welding today. I'm not the best welder, so I didn't hear anything crack or snap or bang or boom. So I think we're good so far. But yeah, so this is it. What I'll do is I'll put you guys back here, and I'll put some air to the back of the power hammer. Now I'm hoping this won't. There. Okay, you guys can see that. It's recording. Hopefully it doesn't go out on me again here. It went out on me once before. So I just have my compressor over there. Just my air hose. I'm going to put air into the bottom cylinder here. I don't want to beat everything up, so I got some wood temporarily for now. I'll just feed the other piece of wood through the back when I'm putting my air in, just so the ram doesn't drop up and down. So this is max stroke right there. So yeah, so it's got some hit to it. I'm going to pull this up. Actually control the air by hand really good. Pull this out. So yeah, so that goes pretty good like that. Yeah, you can still see me there. So my dies I'm going to be using, what I'm going to be doing there is I'm gonna finish rounding my plates up to about 4-inch. Go like that. My railroad track goes like this. And then my other plate goes like this. And then my other railroad die goes between here. So I got 5 inches between here. So when I grind down my die, my railroad track here, and grind down the sides of it a bit, it will give me 5 inches. Give me 5 inches, because that's where my ram sort of sits. I don't want to go any further now. I've sort of got a stopper there, so I don't want to go any further. So once I get this cleaned up and then shrunk down a bit, I don't need the full width here, because this is what? It's almost 3 inches. I'll maybe go 2.5, take a 1/4 inch off each side. That way I can bring it back here and here. I don't need a big angle taper there, if you see. Yeah, so it'll go back this way. Get more of this surface, and then that way, when I drill my 3/8 hole here, my 3/8 here, tap everything into the 1095, then I can just set my dies in, tack weld them all down, fully weld them, and then I can bolt them in top and bottom. And then that way, if I want to change a different size set of dies or something, or put something different in, I can unbolt them, pull all this out, and then put the next set I want in. So that's what I plan on doing there, is going that way and doing that. So yeah, I've changed a few things up from his design. A little larger wheel than what he was using. The wheels I had originally that he had were too small, because I changed mine. This is 2x2 1/4 inch wall tubing. He used a little thinner. I went with a heavier wall so I could have something to tap and thread into. 8mm bolts. There's a spacer behind these. These are tight because they're up against the wheel. And that type of thing. You get a little bit of kick. That's why the reason for the puck board in there. Yeah, so the other wheels I went to were a little bigger. I'll take you back here, show you the other wheels on my bench over here. These are them here. They were too big, too much spacing, and then the ones that he recommends here, too small. You can see there's quite a bit of difference there. So these were too big. I've gone with the other ones now. So yeah, so they work a lot better for my spacing and where I am. And then yeah, like my airlines will hook into the back of here. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Then we'll clip in there, go to there. On the back side here, I think I'm gonna put a piece of pipe across. And I'm gonna put a shaft in the pipe. And then I'm going to go straight out with arms to the front for my treadle. And then I'm going to put a little bigger piece of pipe down here, so I have something that's like round when I'm pushing on it, or flat, might even angle it a bit. So when I push down on the treadle, then that will actuate the arm on the valve here. My valve's going to be sitting here somewhere. I'm just trying to think of a cool bracket or something to make here. This valve here, I went with this because then I can unbolt it and put longer bolts in if I want to cut out a fancy like plate arm, and take it over and mount it to here, and then that way it's nice and solid. I don't have to worry about it. Let's see if I can hold you with one so that my valve will close. It'll be sitting here, and then when I push on the treadle, it'll open, let go, it'll close, open, close, and then I'll have a spring, a large spring to give some heavy tension on the bottom, mounted somewhere in between to pull my treadle arm back up, and that'll work that. And then in his plans, he has, you can 3D print a electronic box. He has his mounted here. I don't know if I'm going to mount mine there. It means short wires from here to here. And then the 12 volt controller, mounted here, short wires here to here through the solenoid into the controllers that are in it for my power to come off, which is 120 going to 12 volt, 12 volt reduced down to 5 volt, and 5 volt and 12 volt running, 12 volt running this, 5 volt running the sensor unit, which is somewhere. I might have taken it in the house. I got a bunch of wiring I'm doing. This is all my air fittings. I'm running air in my shop right now. So yeah, so I think it took it into the house because it mounts in this hole here, and it will come out right there. You can see the hole, so that when this cylinder goes up, it'll detect it when it comes up and go back down, and then you can adjust how much you want in travel and how fast it'll go. He shows a lot on his. I haven't gone into that yet. I know some guys that have just gone away from it and gone to the manual controls with the exhaust valves and everything on there. So when you hit it, it goes up, you let go down, it goes up and down. So yeah, so there we are. So yeah, I'm hoping next week, maybe a couple of weeks, getting busy around here right now, to get everything tidied up, put together. I don't think I'm going to paint it. So I'm hoping to get the electronics and the dies and everything done, get them all put together, get it operational, get the air hooked up to it. I'm hoping for that. I might not. Might be a couple more weeks again, but I'll hopefully get it up and running, do that. And then, so that'll be part 3. And then part 4, I'm going to go over costs. So not everything I've bought, because I've bought parts and pieces that aren't right, don't work for me, not liking it, changing a few things up from the designs and plans. So like 1095 4-inch, the cost of it, the cost of the 1/2 inch 3/8 plate, 3-inch square tubing, 2x2 square tubing, bolts, nuts, solenoid valve, the valve, some pieces of airline, that type of thing. I'll go over the total cost of it. I'm going to say I'm probably close to $1,000 right now. Just not cheap here. I get a long ways to travel to go get stuff because I'm out in the boondocks and that type of thing. So yeah, so this is the hammer, and that's how things look so far. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks for coming along. And if you're liking the content and you like what I'm showing, prefabrication, blacksmithing, welding, I got some other projects coming. I got some steel on the ground here. I'm going to take my welder and my plasma cutter out of this table that I built a long time ago. I'm going to put them, I'm going to build my own personal, like, wall mount TV thing, but for a wall mount for my welder and my plasma cutter, so that I can put them on the wall over there and then just take and sort of extend them out and slide them back and extend them out, and then also pivot them back against the wall and that type of thing. So they're up a little higher and they're just back a bit, so I can bring them out, slide them out to a weld or do whatever I want. I'm still thinking about that one. I got a couple of designs, drawings going on that, but yeah, so this is the Pneumatic power hammer, and yeah, it's been going pretty good so far. So once again, if you like the content, you like what I'm doing, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment if you want. If you got any questions, I'll try and answer them and that. But yeah, thanks for coming along again. It's Blake with 4 Point Custom Works.